Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. It is Friday. Happy Friday morning to you. I hope that your day is going well. My day is going great. I'm up and ready for my day today. I had a great day yesterday afternoon and got some good sleep last night. Woke up, feel a little tired and sluggish today. I was like, Then my husband reminded me, it's Friday, and I said, it is Friday. I said, let's get moving. So got up and came out to the kitchen, and I'm looking at everything. In my head, I'm like, okay, I gotta do this, this, and this. I gotta be out the door by 10:30 this morning. I need to make this kind of food. How am I gonna make this all fit into my days? There's laundry to do. There's dishes in the sink, and I'm like, okay, where do we start? So normally it'd be like, okay, hurry up and get things done. So I went back in my room, sat down for a few minutes, drank my coffee, opened my Bible, read my scripture, took some time with the Lord for prayer, and then came out and was, okay, ready for my day. So I asked him what to do, how to guide my day, and what to get going and get done. And I'm like, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it and have an amazing, amazing day today. So it's a busy Friday around the household here. We got to get out the door. We have classes to go to. And it's a little bit earlier today, so it's just a little bit I have to get done. And I was gonna make some breads, bake some things today as well. So I'm like, I need to get started. So I was gonna come out and start picking up my kitchen first. Like the sink is full of dishes and didn't even wipe the counters down yet. But I'm like, you know what? Why don't I get my bread dough going first? Because then that can kind of sit and do its thing while I am cleaning up. So we're gonna do that. But it's gonna be an amazing day. It's gonna be awesome. Are you ready? Let's go. So since it's the weekend, I am kind of planning ahead of the foods I need to make. So I don't have to, this is the tricky part, because when you have people and you people are gone, it's like you gotta watch what you make. Otherwise you have too much food and then you end up throwing it out. Like yesterday, I didn't even make any dinner because we had enough food to eat. I was like, okay, there is no need to make anything because there's enough food in the refrigerator. So I just have to be cautious of how much to make so I don't throw it. So now I have to give the recommendation. We made, the Mama Bell chocolate chip cookies. We love those, absolutely love those. Make those all the time and absolutely love them. I made her peanut butter ones from the cookbook, and in there I used butterscotch pudding. Okay, they were tasty when they were freshly made, but after sitting, we put them in the freezer and then brought them back out and used them. We do not like the taste of them. And I don't know, and it wasn't like a bad cookie recipe because it's very similar to the chocolate chip one. So I have to assume it's the butterscotch, because in my head, I grew up eating butterscotch and I like butterscotch and I think it's good. I bought butterscotch pudding. I mixed them up and made it for those little pies. I didn't like it. And a couple kids, they didn't like it either. And so I don't know if it was just that. I have to assume it's not like it was too much baking soda or something, that it was just the flavor was off and they were just peanut butter cookies. So we just did not care for them. So I ended up throwing those away. I know that remember when I was making them, I don't know if I told you, but in my head I was like, ooh, I should just do a smaller batch to see if we even like these. There was my warning. I should have, and I did not. So forgive me, Lord, for not doing that. So we did not like those. I will not be making those again. We like the chocolate chip ones. Like I said, I'm gonna move over here. I'm making sub bread right now. So the chocolate chip ones are amazing, and those are something we enjoy having, and they are delicious. So I don't know, like I said, I'm assuming it's gotta be the butterscotch, because that is the only difference really, and the peanut butter, but we like peanut butter cookies. So with all that said, in my head, I was thinking I've got some treats. So don't do any baking, don't make any extra stuff because there's stuff to eat. Well, now I'm thinking the weekend, and I'm thinking guest, and I'm like, am I gonna have enough stuff just to kind of grab and eat? So that's where today comes in. So one of those things we're gonna make this weekend is subs. We're gonna do poor boy subs, and I've always bought those big giant dollar loaves from Walmart. They work great. I could still buy them and probably still be a deal. Would it be a steal? About $5. I'm thinking I would buy 5 of them, right? That'd be $5. We're gonna make our own, and I'm sure I know it's cheaper, it just takes time to make it. So that is going to be what we're putting in here right now. So I have been doing the same recipe for a while, and I like it. It's tried and true, and it is good. So I put 2 cups of hot water in there, and I had 2 tablespoons of yeast, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and it's ½ a cup of oil, and then I'm gonna add 3 teaspoons of salt. We're gonna mix that just for a second, and then I'm gonna add in 5½ cups of flour, because you let it rise. Yes, I'm making sure I let it rise. So let's get this mixed in here, and then we're gonna start picking up our kitchen, because I did not do that today, and then we'll keep making other things. So life is good. It's a great thing. While the dough is mixing, I'm gonna load my dishwasher. We'll just wash these in the sink. Okay, I got dishes washed. I got a little bit of soap in there. This is done. What I'm gonna do now is ferment it, let it rise. That's done. So what I'm gonna do here is Greg is gonna be here this weekend. I'm basing my meals on who is gonna eat. So Greg is here this weekend, so he likes ribs, and I think Steven likes ribs. Steven and Jensen likes ribs too. Brody does too. But not everybody's gonna be here eating. So it's one of those things that maybe these kids will be here, maybe they won't be here, so I just need to be careful what I make, so well, again, don't make too much. So I'm going to I've got this pork country ribs. I got these in November, it looks like. Very dead real quick. So these were November I got these, but in my freezer they are fine. They work good. I'm going to put them in, I like to do them on the smoker, but he does like the soft part where they fall apart. So I'm just going to put these in here. I put them in the refrigerator last night, but I think they're still kind of frozen. That's okay. Everything cooks and will thaw in time. So I'm just going to take this, open it, and just kind of plop it in here. Will it all? Or will it break off? Okay, I wasn't sure if it was going to be frozen. It's still pretty frozen. That's okay, as long as the back piece comes off. So basically, we're just going to break those apart in here. Okay, and those will, as they cook, those will all break apart. Okay, let me go get some spices to put in here. Got a Kinder's in here, not open. So sprinkle that on, you should probably rub it in. I'm just gonna go like this because it's gonna just do its thing in here and cook, and I'm not gonna have to worry about it. I'm not gonna put any water because they are frozen. So stick them over here, I'm gonna plug them in, and these are good to go. Okay, done, look at that. That's gonna do its thing. So like one more thing, ready. I'll check that before we go today, and if it's, it'll be on high right now for the next few hours, and then I'll just turn down to low, check it, kind of flip it around so the spices kind of mix in there, and then it's good. So now I get some pans out, or pots out. So to go with Greg's ribs, I'm gonna make him macaroni salad, something he likes. He enjoys it very much. His Grandma Sandy makes it, it's delicious. A winner in our family, so I've got a pot of water boiling right there for that. I'm gonna make, I've been doing a lot more protein dishes, and I try to, people always say, how do you cook differently for yourself than your family? Because like if you wanted to have a special, change in your diet or do something without spending a lot of money. So for myself, I always kind of make something that I have and I can just have on hand for a few days, and I don't mind eating the same thing every day. And so like I just made the cabbage vegetable soup, whatever day we made that. So I just finished that last night, and I've been having the bag salad that I bought at Sam's Club. I think there is still one in there actually. I think there's still one bag in there, but I've been having, like, we made salad for the family, so then I just ate the rest of it. And so I've been eating a lot of that. And so now I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna need something solid. So if you don't make something, you're just gonna be tempted to grab anything like a poor boy sub or something that's delicious. And so I'll share more of my journey as life progresses, but and how I do, because you wanna work through it and see how it does, but I know it's making me feel a whole lot better. And so good things. Share when I can give you a good update with some good results. So what I'm going to do for me is I'm going to pull out, I've got my chicken, the little chicken bites. I had some I froze. Remember the day I made it with baking soda, baking powder, not baking powder? I ate most of the ones without baking powder, and I saved the good ones. So I've got those in the freezer. I'm going to pull those out. That is going to be something I have, and then I'm going to do the protein pasta. I bought a box at Aldi, and I've got what am I going to put in there? I'm going to put, what are those things called? Artichoke hearts, olives, cucumbers, some chickpeas, things that I like that nobody else would like. So So I'm gonna make like a cold noodle salad. I thought the cold noodle salad with the warm chicken bites would be a good, that'll be something good for me, because if you're going to change diet, don't just go for like all salads, because you'll get sick of like cold things. You're gonna want something warm and hearty, so always balance it off a little bit. So that's what I've got for me. So water boiling for my pasta, and then what I'm gonna do is Mama Belle, just because I didn't like the peanut butter cookies, that's okay. Or we didn't like peanut butter cookies, we're gonna make something else. She's got a Big Mac Tater Tot Casserole in here, and I'm like, that looks really good. My kids like Big Macs, they do, even though, oh my goodness, we went to just, no complaining about the price of things. Anyways, we don't go out and eat Big Macs, but I know they like the flavor of Big Macs. So I'm going to cook this. So I've got in my pan right here, my hamburger frozen. I've got onion from my freezer, and then in her recipe, it's ground mustard, but you know, I don't have ground, so we're gonna use some real mustard. So I'm just gonna do real stuff in here, probably a little bit more because of the ground. This will be a little better. And then she uses onion powder, minced onion, and garlic. So I'm like, there must be a lot of onions in here. I was like, there's a lot of onion action. Maybe that's what makes the good flavor. So I'm gonna put this in here and just let this cook. I know this is gonna be delicious. I already know this one will be delicious because tater tot casserole is delicious. Have we done tater tot casserole? I know there's like 1,001 ways to do tater tot casserole, like even breakfast tater tot casserole. I'm thinking we've never done it different, have we? I don't believe I have. So this will be, I'm sure it'll be delicious. It'll be something different and good. So I'm gonna put this in here. Let's turn it on. Okay, so let me pick up this mess, and then I do have to make Thousand Island dressing. That's one thing I don't have, and I thought easy enough to make it myself. So let's see what else we got here. We got that Big Mac pour-by ribs. I'm gonna do some treats here, just very small amounts. So what do we do here? Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do, I wanna do some kind of treat because I don't have anything. I have no-bake cookies. Those are in the refrigerator. We do have those. Those were good. Those will get eaten. That's fine. So I'm taking my coconut oil right here. Got my last of my coconut oil here. So I'm just like doing hot water here just to get all the sides emptied because the whole thing doesn't fit in my microwave. So just to make sure that I can get it all easily poured out to get the last little bit. We're gonna make these Reese's brownie bites. These are good. We made these. I think Miss Barbara got these for us on Amazon. I found them at the discount store. They're delicious. I know they're a winner. I know they're gonna be good. So it is just stir together and put in a pan in the oven. Sometimes good old standbys are a good choice. So I'm just gonna mix this up, put it in the pan. Okay, that was mixed up good. I'm gonna put pasta in the pots here and stir my meat. This is 325 oven. Okay, I'm gonna get out all the vegetables that I'm gonna do to prep for my salads. Okay, so for this salad, no one's gonna be eating this salad but me, no one. So I am gonna add things that I would enjoy adding. So chickpeas are gonna be one. So I'm gonna put those, I'm draining in here, I got a little basket. And something else I like, wait, actually let me do this one at a time. I'm gonna do these. So I'm gonna add chickpeas in here. Something else I would do would be beets. Nobody else likes beets. I don't know about putting these in a salad, I guess, if I'm very careful stirring it because I don't want them to all break apart. But I know that it's going to turn everything red, and that's okay, or pink. So I'm gonna kind of rinse those a little bit. Maybe that will help. Anybody else love canned beets? I do. I know that's probably a weird thing to like, but it's something I do enjoy. So I'm going to take that. I've also like artichoke hearts. Anybody else? Probably not, but that's one thing I do enjoy. So these, let's just add them all. Let's just do a big giant hearty salad. That'll be really good. We'll make it a whole lot. And then olives. No one likes olives. I think Lauren is the only one with me that likes olives, and that's okay. So I should have got a smaller one, but did I see a smaller one? I don't think I did at Aldi. So I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do a cucumber, and I feel like I have this 50,000 gallon bucket of mild pepper rings. I feel like those would be good, and celery. And I'm gonna do that, and as I'm cutting up, put in here, I'll look at it, taste it, and go, what else should I add? And do according to what looks good. So let me just do some chopping here. You know, it's gonna be a pasta dish I like. I was gonna chop it off, but I'm like, let me put it in the chopper. The artichokes just get more like fine pieces, but like, I think a key to a salad for me is like tiny, not chunks, diced up pieces. So this is gonna be good. My pasta is done. I just put water here just to not get that cold. So what's the, like, protein pasta? What does it taste like? So for me, it's firmer. It's a little more, let me give you an opinion so you can kind of know. It's not going to be as soft. It's going to be firmer. It's almost like if pasta could be bad when it's cooked, that's what it tastes like. It's more like, not bad, like a bad flavor, the texture. It's almost dry and crumbly. Is that a good way to do it? Not bad. A good alternative if you like your pasta and you want to have some protein one, that is going to be, I think it's going to be a good alternative. So this is good. So I've got my little salad here. So what I need to get a little dressing made for this. I don't like vinegar, so I don't like a vinaigrette. So I'm thinking to use my, I've got all those bottles of poppy seed dressing and I really like those. So I'm thinking to put that in here and then stir it up. Well, if I gotta add some spices, I will. Okay, I like this flavor. So I use the poppy seed dressing because I have a lot of this, and that's good. It makes it a little tangy. And okay, so confession time. We had Doritos crushed up for our taco salads, and I know Doritos not the best for you, but I will take a handful of crushed Doritos and put them in my poppy seed, that salad I get, the bag salad from Sam's, just to give it a little bit more yummy. I added this, the Salad Supreme. And I feel like that has added the little bit of yummy that I'm missing. Because, you know, you get like that tangy kind of dressing, like you're eating a salad. So that kind of gives it, I don't even know what's in it. It's like a smoky kind of thing. I know it's not cheese, but it just gives it that good flavor. So this, I'm happy with. Like, I think this is going to be a great little dish here to have for salad. So perfect. My meat is cooking. I realize it's all turkey. I think I found a bag of turkey in my like freezer or refrigerator or something. I completely forgot to mix it with my hamburger. I was like, this is all turkey, so it's gonna be a ground turkey Big Mac. And I was like, okay, it's good. So let me get a container, put this in. I'm trying to get my noodles to be cool because the water does not get that cold here. So I'm just going to take this. He just likes cucumbers cut up in it and some green onions. That's it. Grandma Sandy puts cucumbers and tomatoes in there. Sometimes I'll put tomatoes if I have them, but if we had it for like a family gathering, then I'd probably do that. A little more fancier, but most of the tomatoes don't get eaten, so why put them in there? So I'm just going to cut these up here, and then it's Miracle Whip, salt and pepper. Easy, easy, easy. And feeling good. Check my brownies are looking good. And I'm like, okay, good. I've got my chicken bites out. I got my pasta, so that'll be a nice meal for me. And then we're going to do, let's focus. Is the bread ready? Bread's not ready. Let's focus on the Big Mac casserole next, because I know I'm going to have to make some Thousand Island dressing, which shouldn't be too bad. It's like a Miracle Whip. It's a mayonnaise base, but I'm going to use Miracle Whip because that's what I have for mine. So this is going to be good. A good day all around. It's almost It's only going on 8, so I'm doing really good for time. So I'm feeling confident that way. And I just flipped some laundry back there because I realized we brought down all the laundry yesterday and the washer and dryer was full. And then we never flipped anything. So I was like, oh, we need to get the laundry done. So just little things to get done. It's all good. And then we also did, you know what we did? Brooklyn got a new bed. She got, which I thought was pretty cool, she got a, you know, I shared it because let me share why. Let me, here it is. I just got this in Brooklyn's room. I was going to show you because we've had memory foam mattresses delivered to our house, which, you know, is awesome, but they just ship it to your house. I think that's a genius thing. This is a hybrid mattress. I did not even realize it. I guess I saw hybrid, but I was just thinking like 2 things of foam and then didn't realize it's the springs mattress with the memory foam on top. Now we have this on our bed, and that's what I know Greg really likes for our bed as well. I like memory foam. I'm more a memory foam person, but I know like Brooklyn said her back and stuff was not feeling as comfy on the memory foam, so this is probably going to do better for her. So I'm like super excited. But she got her room now that Jaden's out. Now that Jaden's out, she's got her own little room in here. So she just upgraded to a queen size bed, which was great. So this has been in a box on the floor, and she said, let me get my bed frame. So she did, and she's gonna get the rest of her bed so she can get it all put up and stuff. But this is, I thought that was genius. So the company was Ablia, and you literally can have it shipped to your house. I'm like, how awesome is that? So super excited. It like puffed up real quick, and it's gonna be nice and comfortable. And they have a warranty for 10 years, which I was just looking at this hybrid mattress. Literally undo it, like flopped out real quick. And then look at it, it's got a 10-year warranty, which is very cool. So very nice, very excited. So she'll sleep nice and comfy, but great that it ships to your house. She has on her bed, I thought was really cool, is it's a hybrid mattress. So it's the spring mattress that she got rolled up in a ball. I was like, genius. We got one for our bed, but it was a big box. It was a huge box. They did not compress them back then, or if they did, it didn't work for as well as this. This came the same size as Jaden's. Jaden got a memory foam one. And so I was just like shocked. We opened it and I was like, oh my goodness. So whatever reason, because you find a deal and you get it and you're like, okay, is it gonna be good? And then it's spring, so that worked out good. So she's got the hybrid one, which is the spring and the memory foam on it. So she was happy to get that. So I was like, that's a good thing. Like Greg likes the spring, I like the memory foam. I mean, I can care less. I can sleep on a carpet on the ground. I'm not really picky that way, but she said, well, her back's kind of always hurt. So I said, well, maybe the little bit firmness of the bed would be nice. And then I said, well, you can always get a memory, like a topper for it. And then I remembered we do have a topper that we add to the blow-up mattress when we have guests come. So I was excited for that. So I said, well, after the guests are gone next week, you can put the topper on your bed. That'll actually work out really good. So all around awesome. So I was thankful for that. So that was a good find. I will put it below because you never might want to get one delivered if you like the spring, because I know I always share the memory foam ones, the different brands we have tried, because we're all good to try a bunch of variety because we use them, kids use them, but all of them have lasted great. I just had the one from Brooklyn's, and her mattress she got it a long time ago. I don't even know when we did the bunk beds, which would have been in the mountains, which would have been we lived there for how long? Stephen would have been 2, so probably about 3, so probably 7, 10, Stephen 12, he's 10. How old is Stephen? He's 12. How'd you think? How old is Stephen? 2000, yes, he's 12, so it would have been over 10 years, and her mattress was like brand new. We took the case off, like we cover all our mattresses with a mattress protector. Brand new. It looked brand new. There was nothing wrong. So someone in my neighborhood, I posted it, and some person in my neighborhood said, oh, I need a mattress and I need a bed. And I'm like, this is a great quality one. So they are going to come pick that up tomorrow. So I was thankful for that, to be able to get that. But I was like, awesome on the mattress. So yay on that. So okay, let's go. I'm going to run outside and grab some green onions real fast for this. All right, we are going to make some Thousand Island dressing now. So we're gonna I'm going off a website, kind of do my best as to what is good and what is not. I am going to use, they use mayonnaise. We're gonna be using Miracle Whip. So I'm gonna use my immersion blender because we're gonna do a few things different, as we always do. You gather up what you have. Like, I looked at this recipe and I'm like, okay, well, I looked at the Big Mac recipe and I thought, surely I can just go buy a 1,000 Island dressing, okay? Sure, that's gonna cost you more. And so then I'm like, I have a big giant container of Miracle Whip. Why don't I just make it? And that would be good. Then I looked at the recipe and I'm like, okay, you need sweet pickle juice. And I'm like, I don't have sweet pickles. And then one recipe had, or sweet pickle relish, I'm sorry, sweet pickle relish. I don't have relish, I don't have sweet pickles. So how are we gonna do this? Let's improvise. This is how I do this, because my mother-in-law uses, she makes a really good, oh, so good, potato salad, and it's a, like a whipped potato salad. And I think, does she put sweet pickle relish in hers? Okay, we never have sweet pickles. Nobody likes sweet pickles. They might like them, but they're not something, they love dill pickles. My kids can eat these by the case, they love them. So what I do is I usually chop up the pickles and I add sugar to them. Yeah, flavor is good. So we're gonna do that with ours. So I'm thinking here, I'm just looking, it's onion, a minced onion. I just don't think I'm gonna put an onion in there because I'm not going to. So we're gonna use onion powder, because that will work in here. And then it's ketchup. So we're gonna add some ketchup to ours. I'll show you what it looks like in a second. Squeeze it, 2 things of ketchup, and then it's 2 tablespoons of sweet pickle relish. Now I'm just gonna use pickles. Do I have, I'm like out of knives, which is so weird. I'll just rinse it up. So I'm gonna take, just kind of chop up, because I'm gonna use my immersion blender, just real crudely, like pickles, just like this. Nothing too crazy. Let's do like one more. Just thinking I was gonna get another jar of pickles out. Okay, that's gonna be our pickles, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar. Miracle Whip has sugar in it already. Like if you were to compare Miracle Whip to mayonnaise, mayonnaise is very plain in the person that eats Miracle Whip. We just grew up eating it. I think it depends on what you grew up eating. So for me, it tastes plainer. So the Miracle Whip has more stuff in it, like sugar. So whatever works. Then I'm gonna add, it's a teaspoon of lemon juice. We'll kind of keep that exact. Okay, and then it's gonna be salt and pepper and paprika, and like good to go. And then we're gonna use our little blender here and mix this up. I think it's gonna be delicious here. Let me go get a paprika. Perfect. Okay, make your own. If you want it to be super good, let it sit in the refrigerator for like 24 hours. We don't have 24 hours. We have like less time than that. Let me plug this in. Okay, let's just immersion blend this up. That was taking a little bit longer to mix up than I anticipated. I was like, it's not as liquidy, but the flavor, I'm like, it's 1,000 Islands. I feel like I need more onion. Let me get the minced onion. They do put regular onion in there. I just don't want to chop an onion up. So I'm thinking it just needs a little bit more onion. But in our dish, there is a lot of onion. So I'm thinking the onion is going to be your flavor. And I don't mind adding pickle juice to it, because you know it's going to be like a burger. So let's mix that up. Okay, look ahead to your recipe. On hers it says, then you add, I'm laughing because I clean on occasion, put everything away, and I'm like, I need to add chunky dill relish. She added a whole jar. So since I don't have relish, we're gonna take right in this stuff right here, right? We're gonna mix it right in the dressing. And I'm going to put chunks. We're gonna put pickles in there, and I'm gonna kind of grind them up with my thing. And we're also gonna do a little salt, pepper, and a little bit of the pickle juice, because you normally would add a lot of pickles to the recipe. So again, doing, you know, improvising, that's the key. So just get your thing back out, grind it up, or buy a jar of it. So on the Mama Belle's book, it's a container of it. I just didn't have it. So this will be thinner, but it's because I'm combining it together, which you're gonna do anyways. Okay, so now back to Mama Belle's recipe. So she adds her dressing, she reserves a quarter of the cup, and then she adds in a container of relish. So I'm gonna reserve a little bit, because the little bit you put it, you drizzle it. Yeah. So I'm gonna put this in here, stir it up, and then that would be your liquid base that you put in your casserole dish here. Tater tots, you put cheese on top. layer cheese. Put cheese first, then the meat mixed on top of the meat, and then tater tot. So we're gonna do that. Okay, we're baking it right now because I am gone for the day. So I believe that's gonna taste delicious. Just eating the hamburger, I was like, oh, it's like so oniony, but it's got pickles in there, and it's got your sauce. So I know this is gonna be a winner for sure. So let me get a container, pour this in. That way tonight we can just reheat. I know, reheat, you gotta reheat because not everybody's gonna be here at the same time. And if you go out to eat, you'd be surprised what they do to your food. You'd be so surprised, and we don't go out to eat very often at all. So, okay, this is in here. Let me put this away. Okay, so my dough machine was done. I was just gonna stop it anyways, even if it wasn't done. And I'm like, I'm just gonna get this mix done because I need to finish. So bread dough, awesome. This is great. Sub bread, like it. I bought this silicone liner. I'm thinking in my head it was gonna be a hard pan, and I was like, got it, and I was, or like even a firmer one, but it ended up being a loose one, and I didn't think it'd be good, but it is nicer to not have to store one more solid pan. So, and this works great. Like, good to go. So I just put this on top of my pan, just like that. Make sure you got a pan big enough. And then I don't think I have that linked in my Amazon store. I tried to update my Amazon links the other day because a lot of people have been asking for like the food chopper and things that I completely forget. I just go and look for the link and then give it to you. Well, I added them to my store, but I just think I don't have that in there. So I might have to go search. Maybe I'll remind myself, Amy, go remind yourself and add it. So all good things. Okay, dough is in here. It's a little sticky. I got my door open because it's going to be another hot day today, but the birds are chirping. It's beautiful out right now, so I don't mind. The humidity's down, so that makes all the difference in the world, I think. Okay, cool. This is good here. So I'm going to take this and chop it into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loaves, flatten them out, and then roll them up and stick them on here, and then let them rise up a little bit. Okay, so I want to work. I don't have the skill of certain breads perfected at all. Like at all. That's just not, baking bread has not been something like I excel. Like I can throw meals together, I can do things and do great with those. But baking and shaping the dough, that's something I'd like to learn more of. So like someone gave me tips on my biscuits. She said don't twist it because it makes it so they don't give the layer. So that was a good tip, thank you. So dough, this is the same thing. Like last time I wrote down what I did. I flattened it and then rolled it, and that did good. But I want to, like, obviously my ends are a little bit thicker than the middle on some of them, not all of them. And so I guess I'd like to be better at shaping the dough. That's what I want to perfect. So I think that takes time. You know what I mean? That takes time doing it a million times to go, oh, I don't like that it tastes delicious. It turns out well, but just something I'd like to work on for my skills. So what better way to do it than wait with you guys, right? Just to show like, hey, I have a lot of things I can work on. So this is good. Okay, these are going to rise up. I'm gonna put these over here by the thing because, actually, let me wipe my stove off while it's warm, and then I will put this over here and just let it rise because the oven's on. Completely forgot. I'm like, I need to make the base for the poor boy subs. The sub, I'm not putting the subs together. I am just making the bread, and then that way, when they want to have it, they can make their own. They can cut one in half. Because again, I don't know how it's going to work out for food, and who's going to be here, who's not going to be here, who's going out, all those things. So you just have to consider that into your choices, and that makes the food last. Otherwise, I can make it up and just leave it in the refrigerator. But I think I'd rather do it this way. So poor boy sub mixture is 1 container of cream cheese, a block of cream cheese, and half a stick of butter. and mustard. Garlic too. Let me add some garlic. Do the pepper one. I always like the salt one. We should do both. The kids they really like these things. I used to add fresh garlic. I don't mind putting that in there, but we can use these ones in here. And just mix this up. I'll put it in a container, and then that will be what they spread on the inside of their bun, and then put battery dyed. That's what they will spread on the inside of their bun, and they'll put ham and provolone, lettuce, pickles, mild pepper rings, tomato I've got up there. I think that's it. Let's just mix that. Call it done, easy. That's it. I missed one of my viewers here. She bought me a hand mixer, but it did not last very long, and I was like, oh. So it's like you get out the big mixer, and you're always like, oh, I feel bad getting out the big giant mixer, but it's good. I usually keep this just in the back room on the shelf, and so it's just go and grab it versus searching for it in the cupboard. Okay, that's it. This is so good. This is a really good mixture. It melts well. It just good cold. I'm like, should I do more? I think one will be enough because I'm just doing one batch of the sub buns. If I have to make more, I will make more. You pour my sub mixture. Okay, one more dish. Get one more in here. I think, or is that done? Let me look. I said meal for myself because being prepared helps the whole thing. So I have my chicken bites in there. I've got my pasta. That'll take me through the weekend. I even have a bag of salad in there I can eat as well. Dinner tonight is me Big Mac and tater tots. I do small version. This is a small version. It's okay. We'll have it for the weekend. And then I've got ribs. Greg he'll have probably this or the ribs. And then I'll have ribs and macaroni salad because he will eat all weekend. And I will take the macaroni salad, put it in a bowl, and put the rib meat on it. He'll eat that for lunches for the week. He loves ribs, so that is good for him. Poor boy subs we can have probably Sunday. I'm thinking is going to be the best thing for that. So and I wanted to have a treat because I feel like there was nothing to eat, and I'm like, okay, my cookies were a fail. Like I said, I've got no bakes, but I got those brownies now, and then I'm gonna make one more thing because I have apple cider in there, and I'm thinking to do a little, like we've made donuts before. They're all okay, and maybe we're so used to other stuff that they weren't like amazing and so wonderful. But one thing we do like, and they have had over time, they love it, is these donut muffins in my cookbook. They're not really muffins. They more remind us of a donut. So, hello, a donut, right? So I'm thinking, let me make some of these because it's simple. There's no eggs. We've been making these, I don't even know, it's been a long time. I made these like with my older ones, I remember. That's why it's in my cookbook. But very simple, put it together, and it'll be just something different. I've got a couple pans down here I'm thinking I can use, and then we'll bake them in the oven. Easy, and then I'll make apple cider slushies. Hello, the slushie machine is slushing and wonderful, so absolutely love it. So I'll probably use that with this. So in here, I am doubling it because I want to do a little bit more. So a regular recipe is, I'm telling you them today, I'm sorry. I just know that this week I even told you another one. It's a little bit busier. So editing, if you have to go get your recipe and edit, it is one more step. And I know it doesn't seem like one more step, but it's one more step when you're trying to hurry your day. So I apologize just because I'm trying to film every day for you and I'm filming ahead. So it's in my cookbook you can get, or you can go to my website and it's on there under donut muffins. So, but I will just tell it to you. So get your paper and pencil. I apologize for not writing it. It's 1/4 cup of margarine melted, okay? Then you're gonna add a 1/2 cup of sugar. So I'm doubling mine. So I got a whole thing of sugar. So you do the sugar, margarine, and nutmeg. Okay, let me do a little bit of nutmeg. Make sure it's nutmeg and not, anything else. And I'm gonna mix that up, and then you're gonna add in 1 cup of milk. Usually stir it by hand. I just had this out, so I'm like, why don't I use it? Okay, then I'm gonna mix up. I usually just mix this all together, but I'm gonna do it separate just in case the baking powder is weird and good. Hi, Maddie. Can I get her a fork? I sure can get you a fork, Maddie. Maddie's up getting breakfast. We're gonna get out the door. There you go. You're welcome. Okay, so I'm gonna add in, for one recipe, it's 1 cup of flour. I'm gonna do 2 because I'm doing double here. These are really, really good too, by the way. And then it's a teaspoon of baking powder. So I'm doing more, so that'll be good. Perfect. A little bit more because I don't have my teaspoon. Okay, I'm gonna mix this up and then mix it in here. And is that it? That is it. Yep, just till combine. Fill the muffin pans, half full. bake until they're lightly golden, until about 15-20 minutes. And while they're baking, you're gonna put more butter in a bowl. And when they come out, you basically drop the muffin in the butter and then you roll them in cinnamon sugar. They're really, really good. So I think I've got fun little muffin tins. Didn't I get tiny little ones? I have little ones, but I think I got even other little ones when I was at the thrift store, because the thrift store always has all those pans. Okay, this is good. Just wanna make sure it's mixed in. Perfect. So let's add this right here. I would invent a mixer that gives you, like, it's offset a little bit. I don't know how that would work for the mixer, because whenever you try to add anything, you're always like, and then probably just, you know, not cut your fingers off or something. But like, you go to do an egg, your hand barely fits in the side, or you go to pour something, or whatever. I don't know, and maybe the better ones do. Maybe a KitchenAid is bigger. I don't know, but I would improve upon that if I was a mixer company. I feel like these mixer companies and all these companies that design things, they don't design them with us in mind. I even think of cars, okay? Like, how many cars are not designed with moms in mind? Like, there are some. But I like think about it, I think there's no place to put your purse. I have seen a couple, but not all that. And I think, wouldn't they do like some kind of like investigation, like, okay, how is a mom gonna benefit from using this? Or even like someone that's cooking, like, what would be better to improve this mixer? To be able to put your hand in there, and they probably don't, because it's, again, a safety hazard, but who knows? I don't know. Anyways, okay, let me put these. I think I'm just gonna do one batch, right? I might. Let me see. I will keep this. I'll keep my ingredients out just in case I decide to do more. Let me get my sides here. There's some flour on the sides. They're basically just a good cakey thing. So I might end up making more. I guess I'll kind of see. Let's see what they look like. Let me get out my pan. I do have a mini one, so let me just use this one for now. Spray it and add them in. So these are done, just popped right out. They got brown on the bottom, white on top. I'm gonna kind of coat them in butter here, dip them in cinnamon sugar, and put them in a container. And we'll have these slushies. They're really good. These are a great alternative to making like real donuts, because they're very delicious. So wonderful. I got one more batch. I was gonna make more, but I think this will be enough. Okay, since we're not leaving treats out because it's kind of muggy here now, I just like to keep them in the refrigerator. It makes them last longer and do better. So I'm gonna cut my brownies up, put them in a container here. I just washed it, and put them in the refrigerator while the other muffins are cooking. These are great. Put them in there, roll them like this on your hand. That made that way better than I've ever done before. So doing it wonderful. These turned out amazing. These are just like donuts, but they're muffins. How awesome. So I've got these, I've got my brownies here, and we have our sub buns are in the oven. I've got dinner done. The ribs look great. I'm kind of pulling them apart and they're like cooking. They'll be good to cook over there. Tater Tot Casserole smells amazing. That came out, I'm like, that's gonna taste really, really good. I took a little tiny bite of the corner. I'm like, winner all day long. Tastes like a Big Mac. I think it tastes like a Big Mac. So I'm done in the kitchen here. I think that I will just, maybe I'll keep filming for the day, just how the day rolls and what we end up doing. So kids are getting up. We're gonna get moving because we have to head out the door so we can get to our activity before time ends. So I'll just keep moving. Hey, so what happened today is I didn't pick up my camera anymore. I was thinking about it before I was getting out the door, and then I got out the door, we did our run-in, and on the way home I was like, I did not film any more of today. so I apologize. But we had a great afternoon. We had a great afternoon. Got to, so bright in here, got to get our event, had a good time fellowship, and just a nice pleasant afternoon. So we're done for the day. It's Friday night. I'm calling it a day. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. All the food, it is delicious. It smells so good in the kitchen. I cannot wait to eat the, I'm going to have a little bit of the Big Mac Tater Tot Casserole and my pasta dish tonight. So you have a fantastic rest of your day. Come back this weekend if you want to get some encouragement through God's Word. If not, be back Monday. We'll do some more stuff around here. So I will see ya. All right, bye.